Champions League, eh? Yeah, looking forward to that bad boy. Yeah, some exciting games. Hang on a minute. What the f***? That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at the 2020-2021, I did say that right, Champions League qualifying preliminary round, boys and girls, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Champions League related, Blackburn Rovers related. Woo! Football related! That's right, yeah, the current season's Champions League is still going on. But the preliminaries, they take place just around the corner. In fact, 3 days' time. I'm late for this bad boy. Of course, you know, it doesn't really matter to the grand scheme of things. And to be honest with you, I'm probably the only one that gives a flying piss. But I'm going to take a look at it. We're going to give these 4 teams the benefit of the doubt, the respect that they deserve for getting to this stage. And we'll get to that, look at that in a minute. We'll take a look, of course. Big shout out to the Patreons. Whoop, 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 whoop. The Dirty Dozen, that's right. Dylan Goddard recently joined the gang, so respect to Dylan Goddard for joining. He joins William Shepherd, Aztec Mark B. Mark, Russell Frost, John Spurn, Tom Clark, Tom Besser, Joachim Johansson, Cody Ho, Daniel Meller, Bianca Muller, and LG and Cow, and Will Shepherd. I don't know if I said that one, but I think I did. Anyway, respect to all of those guys for supporting me through this, you know, COVID and beyond. Of course, they were here before that, and hopefully you'll still be around when the dust settles. But yes, Champions League. It is actually getting a little bit spicy in the current tournament. Of course, big weekend this weekend for the majority of the team. The 4 or 8 clubs duking it out to get themselves through to the quarterfinals. So there'll be 4 that'll be joining the original 4. They're already been there, booked themselves a spot way back in March. But we're not talking about that. We are talking about next season's. That's right, 2020-2021 Champions League preliminary round. So let's jump into the thick of things and talk a little bit about it, so you know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, folks, yes, that is correct. You have not heard me wrong. I am talking about next season's Champions League, which in fact should have started way back in June. But of course, because of the permutations and the scenario that we all find ourselves in right here, right now, they had to delay the qualifying and all that kind of stuff. So, yes, let's break it down a little bit then. Of course, we have only got 4 teams that will be taking part in the preliminary rounds, and they are going to be one-legged affairs. Usually it'll be a 2-leg affair, but this season, of course, because of the amount of time we're losing, we're trying to squeeze in the qualifying campaign over the course of a month instead of being stretched out from over possibly 3 months. So yeah, only one-legged affair. So let's take a look at it then, shall we? Of course, way ahead. So already waiting in the wings in the old group stages for this year's tournament, there are some big boys. They're already confirmed. In fact, the majority of the teams are confirmed. So the likes of, for example, we got Real Madrid, multiple winners. They're already waiting in the wings to get to the group stages already. They're also still in the competition for this year. Joining them, of course, last season's winner, Liverpool, of course, knocked out already in the 2019-2021. So they'll be looking forward to getting back into Champions League action. Joining them will be Atalanta, of course, the team nobody wants to play in the group stages, because you just don't know what to expect from them. They are a little dark horse surprise package, and again, they could go all out and win this pissing thing this current season. And of course, my boys make it. When I say my boys, not these boys, but my German team. Why do you have a German team? Well, you know what? I'm a man of the people. I'm an international man, of course. My heart obviously is with Blackburn Rovers, but I've got soft spots for a lot of clubs. Borussia Mönchengladbach are my German team. I was born just outside the stadium. They were going to try and push me in through the dugout, but I wasn't allowed because I was made too much noise, pissing and farting and pooping everywhere. So yeah, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Of course, my mum's from that neck of the woods as well. So that, you know, it's all fair in love and war and all that kind of jazz. So prior to the group stages, you're going to sidestep some other qualifying rounds, including the playoff, where the likes of Ajax await, of course, former winners of it, and of course Dutch champions. They'll be waiting for the winners of the second qualifying round, which include the likes of Benfica, Ghent out of Belgium, Olympiacos as well, Slavia Prague out of the Czech Republic. Republic. And also in the first qualifying round, you've got Besiktas out of Turkey. And there's always a difficult place to go. You've got Lokomotiva. I don't know if that's Russia. It might be. You've got PAOK as well. And you've got Dynamo Zagreb. Some real tricky teams or opposition for clubs to face as they try to sidestep their way through to the lucrative group stages. But before all that, we got the first qualifying round, and that's not even what we're talking about today, boys. We're not even talking about this today, but this includes the likes of Celtic, Liga Warsaw out of Poland, Red Star Belgrade, another tricky unit as well, and of course Europa, the Rock, as I like to call them, from Gibraltar, of course. Probably one of the easier oppositions, but still a lot of difficult opposition for the likes of the 4 teams that we're going to see today. That will be narrowed down to just 2. And then, of course, the winner of that 2 will make it into this first qualifying round, and then we'll find out what's going on there. Now, of course, the dates for all these kind of things are all over the place. The dates for the games that we're going to be taking a look at, which include these bad boys. And for those that don't know who they are, Tre Fiori and Linfield, these games, which is the first leg or the preliminary round, semi-finals, I would call them, takes place on the 8th of August. And those 2 winners will lock horns on the 11th of August. And again, the winner of that final, these 4 teams, will go through to the first qualifying round, and those games take place on the 18th and 19th of August. It's all happening, boys and girls. It is all happening. No, you can't miss a beat. You can't miss a beat. So, what do we know about these 2 teams? Well, to be honest with you, I don't know much. I'm not going to come here and lie to you and say that I know everything about the 4 teams that represent the semi-finals of the qualifying, the preliminary qualifying. I don't. I'll tell you a little bit about them anyway. Tre Fiori is a club out of San Marino. That's right. So you expect your candlestick makers, your butchers, your flipping teachers, whatever it is. They'll all be playing for Tre Fiori after the day shift. They'll go there on the night, do a bit of training, and they'll rock it up. And they're going to be taking on Linfield. Now, Linfield come out of Northern Ireland. They are the champions out of Northern Ireland. They're actually managed by David Healy, Northern Ireland legend, goal-scoring machine back in the day. He used to play for Preston. I think he was on the books of Sunderland as well. He went on a nice barnstorming run when he was a player, scoring a shit ton load of goals for Northern Ireland. And it's because of that, when I don't know any players whatsoever from these 2 teams. But when you take a look at the differences between the 2 sides, a capacity where Tre Fiori play their football in is just 1,000, whereas Linfield play in a capacity a stadium that can hold 18,614. That's Windsor Park, boys and girls. Windsor Park out in Belfast. So you're looking at 2 completely different sort of sides, and I expect Linfield to run away with this one quite handsomely. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. The games actually do take place on a neutral venue, and that is out in Nyon in Switzerland. So there's no home or opposition advantage. Played in a neutral venue, so it's a day out for all of the lads, so they're going to be enjoying it out in Switzerland. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Linfield. Again, this is not part of the old prediction league for the Champions League. This is just kind of a warm-up. We're only going to start the prediction league in regards to the for the Champions League once we get to the group stages. And in the second semi-final, also taking place on the same day, we have Drita coming out of Kosovo and Interclub de Escalades coming out of Andorra. That's right, both games taking place on the same day, same venue as well, out in Nyon, Switzerland. Now, what do we know about these boys? To be honest with you, I don't really know much, if not any. Drita coming out of Kosovo. They've been around since 1947. They existed within the Yugoslav League. They've been around 73 years. They play their football at the Gujan City Stadium, which is unusual in a usual season. It can hold around about 8,900 people. They are actually managed by Adrian Nuhu. That name sounds familiar. Maybe to Sheffield Wednesday fans, the Gigante Nuhu striker. Maybe there's some relation there. I don't know. Any Kosovo's people out there can give me some information about it. Anything else we know about them? Not, to be honest with you, not much. But I do expect them to be the bigger side out of this. Taking on Interclub de Escalades coming out of Andorra. They did finish top of the pops out in Andorra. They are managed by Adolfo Baines. What do we know about Adolfo Baines? Do you know anything about Adolfo? But I don't. I do know he used to play for MK Dons. He played 19 times for MK Dons as a goalkeeper as well, and he's been the manager for I don't know how long he's been a manager, but they've been around in existence for 29 years in their stadium. Do we know their stadium? We don't know that. Who cares? Because it doesn't even exist in this real world. Because they're going to be playing out in Switzerland. Of course, Linfield will await, in my eyes, in the final to take on the winner of these bad boys. And the first indication that I'm going to go with is the size of the nation in regards to the FIFA rankings. And Kosovo are a nation, in my eyes, that are on the rise. They're going to be pushing the European teams, and hopefully, for their sakes, make it through to the European 2020 tournament next season. Of course, postponed this season. And they're on the rise. They gave England a game. They gave England a fright as well in the qualifying campaign. I'm talking about the national side here, but I think that does reflect on the domestic league as well. So I'm going to give it to Drita on this one over the Andorrans. Interclub de Escaladas. Nice name, nice badge and all that, but that's it. That's where all the niceness ends for them. I'm going to give it to Drita comfortably, 2-0. It might even be more than that, to be honest with you, and the Linfield score might be more than that, but to be honest with you, I'm quite confident to say that these two sides will make it through. There is no bookmakers odds at the moment because nobody knows that this game is going on. You didn't know it was going on. I had to tell you, boys and girls, and I'm late to the party. But the winner of these two sides, these two matches, will lock horns in a final on the 11th of August. We'll be back around about the 8th or the 9th of August to give you an update on that bad boy. Maybe give you some more information about the Champions League itself. But that's it, my friends. That's it. Again, this does not have anything to do with the Prediction League in regards to the Champions League. That will kickstart in the old group stages. But if you don't know what that is, make sure you check out one of the other videos, maybe the Scottish video. I will be doing the introduction to the Prediction League very, very soon, so make sure you stand by for that bad boy. But that's it. So the start of the 2020-2021 Champions League is only a couple of days away, boys and girls. Can any of these four sides actually make it through deep into the old into the old qualifying campaign, or maybe even flirt with the possibility of the group stages? I don't think so. I think for them to get to the group stage would be their final. They'd be winning it because of all the money that is. But of course, even if one of these four clubs are lucky enough to get to maybe even the first qualifying campaign to take on the likes of Celtic, that could be a big payday for them as well. Anyway, that's it. Get your predictions in nice and early down below. It's only 2 games. Should only take you a second, and then we'll come back and take a look at them. And then we'll do the final together, you and I. Anyway, that's it. Until then, give this video some love. Smash the old thumbs up, and of course, smash the old subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel, whether it is stuff like this, Football Manager, Blackburn Rovers, whatever it is. We got it all here. Until then, give this video some love. Check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there, Twitter, Facebook, and all that kind of good stuff. And of course, if you want to go that extra mile, you can join the Patreon gang. Until then, I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.